Let's get to Dave, who's on the line now. Dave, thanks for joining us. How are you going today?
Good, thank you, Liam. Good morning.
That's great, mate. Great to have you on here. Now, I'm not too sure if you're truly able to get that feeling down there in Victoria, but I can tell you that there are many greyhound racing fans here in New South Wales very excited to see these two dogs of yours, Simon Told Helen and Who Told Stevie, take on Wentworth Park this weekend, mate. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I was just talking to some people here before, and just a little bit toey at the moment. It's exciting, and they went well last week in the trial, and yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it.
But they did go well in the trials, like you said. How do they travel normally? Are they good in the car?
Yeah, when we're travelling 2 or 3 hours to the race meetings, last weekend was a 9 or 10 hour trip up and 9 or 10 hour trip back, and like you and me, it knocks you around, I suppose, but first time. But hopefully this week they'll be used to it and perform a little bit better.
Yeah. Now let's take a look at Simon Told Helen now. What a greyhound he is. 15 starts, 10 wins. I think it's 3 second placings. Won the Silver Chief, Queensland Derby. Mate, I could go on, but I won't. He's some performer, isn't he?
Just a freak dog at the moment. His early pace just dominates the race, and to win, I think, 5 group races now and 15 starts. It's a great start to a career, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it certainly is. On his draw, he's drawn the 7, inarguably the toughest heat of the Derby, you could say. Firstly, what do you make of this race overall, the heat he's in?
Certainly some really young, strong pups in there, and a couple from Victoria and a couple of your local dogs. He's going to have to do everything right to get across early from box 7, and hopefully he just uses his pace to do that.
He seems to prefer the wider draw. How do you think he'll handle the 7?
I'd love to see what he does out of the red one day if he ever gets it. But I think he's won three of his group races from the pink. He's had an incredible draw of wide boxes, which again looks like it suits him. But if he can get some inside boxes, I might be able to tell, and the listeners might be able to see what he's capable of doing off the inside.
Oh, mate, that would be some sight to see, no doubt. Now let's jump to Saturday night, where Who Told Stevie? He also finds himself in what many have said over the last 24 hours, the toughest Paws of Thunder heat. How do you think he's placed in this one?
Well, again, it's going to be very hard to beat the local champ up there off the red. But the look last week will help him, and he's got a little bit of early pace. If he can just get across there, he'd be competitive. But a young pup, still learning, and deserves the chance to go in that race.
Yeah, you just touched on the one in the red, the People's Champion, the Feral Frankie. We do love our interstate trainers when they come to Wentworth Park, but I must say their reception may not be the warmest. That's actually for all 7 runners up against the Feral.
Yes.
Who Told Stevie? He doesn't have that group record of his brother, but 12 starts, 8 wins. He certainly is talented too, isn't he?
Certainly, he's got the times on the board. He's consistently ran faster than the other dog. I think he's got a 29.14 at Sandown and a 29.63 at the Meadows. And the other night at Wentworth Park, he went that length quicker too, but just doesn't have that scintillating early pace. He has good early pace, and only a young pup and still learning, and the best for him is still to come.
Yeah, well, at least we get to see him at Wentworth Park as well. Finally, Snags McKenzie. He's drawn the 4 in Heat 1 of the Paws of Thunder. He's up against some strong company too in the $1 Million Chase champion, Good Odds Harada. Western Envoy's in there as well. What are you expecting out of him on Saturday night?
He's coming along to keep the other ones company in the car, to keep them settled. He's the mature dog, and the dog, that's what his job is to. And then if he gets a bit of luck early, he might get across to the rails, but he's got the odds against him this week from box 4, and with pace inside him, he needs to get to the rails to be competitive.
Oh, mate, well, hopefully he can keep the other two calm and sensible on the trip on the way up.
He's the experienced one, so hopefully that helps.
Oh, well, Dave, if nothing else, mate, you certainly have some of the best named greyhounds going around right now. Thank you very much for joining us on Going Greyhounds today. Please drive safe when coming up to Sydney. It started raining today, and I think there's a bit of wet weather expected for the next 2 days. So travel safe, and we wish you all the very best this weekend.
Thanks, Liam. Thanks, listeners.